Registering to vote will not change anything, because just because you vote, it doesn't it has never changed anything in my lifetime. And I just think people just don't know what they're doing, and I think that's the scariest part of it. Why do I think this in the first place? I just think people are just so emotional right now because they feel like they're not in charge. Because in their minds, if you register to vote and vote, it makes you feel like you did something while doing nothing. People feel like they want to be in charge and change something, and they want to do as little effort as possible to do it. If you really want to change things, find a way to change things in your little corner of the world. People thinking just voting is the answer. It's not. There's more to it than that. So, what people think is the answer is not really the answer. Our problems are a little more complicated than that. If you not sure what to do and why thinking registered to vote is not the answer is because people think is the real problem in our society is our love of human rights. They believe they need to get rid of them in order for society to function. They need to get rid of human rights so government agencies can violate them and ruin our day in order to quote-unquote catch the bad guy. I just don't get why people feel like this is a good way of success, because this is a problem we kind of need to tackle. A tackle of our loss of human rights, because people feel like something's changing in the air. We see all this in the different sorts of media. But the problem is, no matter what movement of change happens, there's always assholes who come along and ruin it. What will happen if we don't stop these horrible things in our society to happen? And how can this be prevented? Because there's so many horrible people out there that think protest is a good way to change the way people see you as destructive idiots. Yes, people see riots and protests are the same thing, and they think the right of protest is the right to destroy cities, and it's a good opportunity to ruin society's cultures and that sort of thing. I know it's sad, but our terrible society where you have to pick one team or other, this is how they see it. Everyone you listen to has their own messaging about whatever they think, because they think change is everywhere but in our government, and we need to force our way or the highway, because everywhere things are changing but our government is staying the same. Why is this the case? People feel like everybody's being held accountable, and they believe politicians and government officials are the smartest people in the world because they convince you you're dumb. Because I think they have as much information about all these problems in the world and how to solve them as we do. I think everyone doesn't know what's going on. Nothing's changing because we have no idea how to solve anything. Nothing really changed since Trump got elected, except everybody is acting like delusional nut jobs, and it just seems like everybody's acting like spoiled children, but except for people acting kind of ridiculous, nothing really changed. I don't think voting works because no one knows what they're doing. And this is the scariest thought of all. What about if the people in power, with all their smarts, brains, and that sort of thing, are as dumb about stuff like this as we are. Because the whole thing with democracy is people believe that they have the power that they are in charge. Because feeling like you're in charge and doing something is more important than actually doing something. And that's the whole entire problem right now. Nothing's changing because people just want to feel like they're doing something while doing absolutely nothing. There's a reason why selectivism is a very powerful word right now. It doesn't really matter if you register to vote or not, because nothing's really going to change. And if you really want something to change, find a way to change your corner of the world by doing your research and understanding how to solve things without jumping the gun and possibly doing something to ruin your society by being upset at the world around you.